Hi guys, it's Wednesday the 9th of April and I'm trying to check out something about World War III or what's going on in the world. And I threw some cards and it looks very messy here, but this is actually the end of the situation. So I use my pendulum to talk about the different cards. So I came up with Trump here. So Trump is coming up on the High Priestess. Interesting, he often comes up on a lady. So maybe he has a guide that is a woman guide, or maybe he has a spirit guide that is a woman. It says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Yeah. So the problem with Trump sometimes is that he seems to be acting a bit rashly, but he also has a side that is more soft and considerate and compassionate. I want to say here that I'm not in favor of any party. I'm just looking at it. I haven't got a special religion apart from my religion with Meher Baba, and I don't affiliate myself with Muslims or Christians or anything like that, or Jews. So I'm just open-minded about the whole thing. Subsequent cards that I got here connected to Trump and the United States is the Magician and the Chariot. So all these are major arcanas, which means that there's a certain destiny. And also they all have angel wings. So I believe that there is a lot of influence from the other side, from the unseen side. The spirit world is supporting this procedure. And the Chariot here that we come up with is kind of like decisive action, an important achievement, self-discipline, willpower, public recognition. But I think that I'm just reading the card, Doreen Virtue cards. But I got to undesk the Galactic Federation. So the Galactic Federation is keeping a connection with Trump and the United States. Just going to check if that Magician is to do with the media. No, I'm not getting the media on that. It's Trump's magic, Trump's deals, the art of the deal and all that. So it says you are ready, you have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So this is what's happening here with the United States, and it's on the top of everything. I didn't start off with that. I didn't ask for Trump on the top. That's just what the cards did. Then I have here, I was asking partly about the Houthis and what was going on in the Middle East. Up with the upside down Empress, which I will look up here, because it made me think of the Queen of Sheba, because why put the Empress with the Houthis? The Queen of Sheba was, of course, a historical figure in Yemen, which is their country. And we have here, what did Jesus say about the Queen of Sheba? The Queen of Sheba will come forward and bring evidence that will condemn this generation, because she traveled from a far corner of the earth to listen to wise Solomon. Wisdom far greater than Solomon is right in front of you, and you quibble over evidence. Yeah. So Jesus meant himself, that his own wisdom, his divine wisdom, was right in front of them, and they were saying, what's your evidence and how can you prove this and that? She had the humility and the wish and the wisdom to go and look for support and alliance and wisdom. We don't actually know if the Queen of Sheba was black or white, because she also was connected to Ethiopia, which was on the other side of the Red Sea. But I think she may have had slightly dark skin and would have been quite a beauty. So here I've put down a map of Ethiopia and Yemen. Yemen is the red one on the other side. They say that Bilqis ruled by the scale of reason, not by the scale of force. So together with the Houthis we have the Four of Earth, which I interpret here as oil. Good business decisions given to those less fortunate, being too frivolous or too cautious with money. This is definitely something connected to the earth and brings money, but plays in the politics of all these countries. I asked what this one was, and it was Iran. So Iran comes up as the king of earth. Successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. Yeah. So Iran started with the king of earth, and then moved to two of fire, which was new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. So they are making contracts, and I found out that they're making contracts with the United States. So they come to a peace arrangement, and then they come into six of air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So that is to do with coming out of the problems that they are having at the moment. So it's all good. And the rulers of Iran, the mullahs, come up here with the king of air, so king of swords, which has to do with speaking. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So that's a ruler, the king of air. And they rule with their words and maybe with their religion as well. Just checking on that. Yeah, definitely with their religion. So at least they're not creating the Third World War that we are all worrying about. And then we come to Israel, which here is comes up on the 10 of earth. So it was happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So that's not only is it a completion of happy family life, but it's also the end of a situation. And then the next card is 10 of fire, so another 10. So they're coming to an end here. 10 of fire has to do with carrying too much weight, doing too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related concerns. So they're overstressing themselves, they're overextending themselves. And then we get 5 of air, which is really very much a bad card. So they're going down the hill. Learn what you can from this situation, an unwise choice, review everyone's motives, So I would definitely think that they need to make peace, not war, but maybe that's what they feel they need to. Here I took a card for Netanyahu, and I'm getting a 16, so that's the Tower. So revelation, powerful revelation that leads to change. Yeah, so he's learning some lessons, he's getting some revelations. And let's hope he follows up on that, because things are not going too well for Israel in this card reading. Yeah, could be wrong, but I'm just reading the cards. So what I see here, and it's interesting that Israel has got these colors: the earth, the fire, and the air. But these are going up, and this one is going down. So they need to review their situation very, very thoroughly. And then I came up with Gaza. Now that's coming up with 9 of Swords, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless night. So really a bad situation, a nightmarish situation. I took another card for them. Could be the Pope, or it comes up with some religious authority. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So it's I feel that has to do with Hamas, because it's coming up upside down. So they are calling on their religious outlook to continue what they're doing. And then the next one is here, 7 of Swords, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So they are not doing too well either. Hi guys, I just decided I wanted to do a bit of a deep dive onto the Gaza 9 of Swords and wonder what exactly the book said about it. So I looked at several books. Despair and cruelty, unconscious primitive instincts, the psychopath, the fanatic, suggested solutions for dealing with this card, passive resistance, resignation or martyrdom, perhaps implacable vengeance or revenge. Not the Yeah. Assorted tribulations, most of them arising from the evil doings of others. They can be combated effectively by calculated inaction. As in Wade, Douglas suggests that this is the card of the martyr. At best it brings new life out of suffering, at worst complete isolation from all hope and comfort. Yeah, it's not so good. And then Osho has some other more spiritual outlook here. So it says, times of great sorrow have the potential to be times of great transformation. But in order for transformation to happen, we must go deep to the very roots of our pain and experience it as it is, without blame or self-pity. And then there was a little thing here. The pain is not to make you miserable, the pain is to make you more aware. And when you are aware, misery disappears. So that's different interpretations. And I also think that because it's the swords that have to do with the mind, I'm not saying it's not real, but it can be also related to being afraid of things more than what's really happening, or giving it a value that is negative rather than a value that is positive. And that was followed by the Major Arcana number 5, which Osho calls the nothing, or the nothingness. And he says, in the beginning is nature, in the end is nature, so why in the middle do you make so much fuss? Why in the middle becoming so worried, so anxious, so ambitious? Why create such despair? Nothingness to nothingness is the whole journey, so that's much more the spiritual lookout. And he says being in the gap can be disorienting and even scary. Nothing to hold on to, no sense of direction, not even a hint of what choices or possibilities might lie ahead. But it is just this state of pure potential that existed before the universe was created. So it's like a space before something new comes out. So this was my original layout, and this is where I started. So I put the cards down, and then I doused with my pendulum whether different countries would come up. I really asked for the Houthis, but I came up with that, and then oil was coming up as being important, and then later on came the Empress as an upside down thing. So now I've taken time to douse over all the different cards. From the river to the sea will become reality in the sense that Israel will be in charge, and Gaza will not be a separate country anymore. Seeing financial security, happy family life, so one land. Still don't know if that's feasible, but that's under the guidance of Israel. Yes, under the guidance of Israel. Russia is trying to broker this, as being very helpful. Being a team player, Russia is supportive of Palestine, I think. Yeah, definitely. And not of Israel, but they're supportive of Palestine, but they will also be supportive of Israel having their land. This is the dreamer is on the end here. This is the future, leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities, and the Galactic Federation is connected to that. So we're moving into a new world. Here is Iran, what we had before, the mullahs, speaking wisdom, not doing too badly, and Israel has spent all its firepower. They're not able to continue like that, carrying on like that the whole time. And Palestine people are ending up, a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic ability, so a new alliance is coming in, and I'm feeling it has to do with Russia and the Galactic Federation. Hamas is here on the top. It is coming to an end. The end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. This is also the card for death. So, of course, Hamas has done quite a bit of death. but it could also be that they are finishing with what's going on there. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Hi guys, it's now the 15th of April 2025. So I've waited quite a few days for this to close this video up. But I think that a lot more could be said about the subjects. So maybe another time I will do another video about these questions, which does occupy my mind quite a bit, because I think it's very deplorable what is happening in Gaza and Israel. And I think a lot of people do. And we're all praying for solutions, and it doesn't seem to be coming so easily. So with that, I think I should close this session and hope that another day I can do a little bit more detail on particular issues relating to that subject. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and until the next time, bye bye.